Should be. Middle left here.
In 2.6 miles, turn left onto Silver Lake Road. onto Pontiac Trail.
Not only are you expressing your frustration with the organization, you're doing it publicly, you're having interviews, you're having a look at me summer. And then he goes out and plays great and gives a deal. What the F?
In 1.8 miles, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Pontiac Trail.
The conversation. I'm like, you did that. Everything he did, he could have done privately with the organization, right? Nobody forced him to go out publicly and do a one-on-one with Aaron Andrews in week 1 of the NFL on Fox's pregame show. So if you're going to have a look at me summer, I've got something to say. And then have some success and go, I guess all those people talking about me don't know what they're talking about. You just had a look at me summer and then asked what everybody's looking at. That's my problem with Aaron Rodgers.
And then he sucked in the Ryder Cup as her alias Tommy Fleetwood.
Does he look like he's great, as good as ever?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a complete aside.
Yeah.
But it's made, I've had enough of Aaron Rodgers. When does he go? I don't know, but I look forward to the day because I'm irritated by
In
Aaron
1
Rodgers.
mile, at the
He's not
roundabout,
gonna be a
take the
Packer,
second exit
right?
onto Pontiac Trail.
He's not going to be a Packer.
I'm probably going to stop making predictions about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably
I think it was
our
just
policy.
I think it was-
As a show policy, do we no longer...
You can't. I'm done.
No. I think, unless Kang brings it up,
I think
don't think
it's
it's
my
going to bring it
right to question Aaron Rodgers and talk about Aaron Rodgers' future. I've screwed it up enough. He's incredible, but he's starting to irritate the crap out of me. 248-539-9797. Mike is next to our 97.1. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how we doing, guys? Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up?
Hey, my brother had a season ticket holder. We were at the game yesterday, and it just like nothing surprised me. The game was huge. That's just the way everything has. But anyway, I want to change topic just for a minute. To have the presentation for Kelvin Johnson was supposed to be something really special for the fans and everything, and I really felt bad for Sheila Ford. The way the crowd
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Pontiac Trail.
What she had to say to Kelvin, and she's trying her best. I believe they've done good things in the offseason, the coaching and everything, and you can see it the way they're playing on the field. But for that to happen at halftime, I was embarrassed as a Lions fan to have something good for Kelvin, and they totally drowned her out. And I can't imagine the humility that she must have felt yesterday. I don't know if you guys were at the game and if you want to elaborate on it.
I saw it. I saw this. They had a stream of it, and I watched it. And for people who missed it, she had about 45 seconds to a minute to introduce Calvin.
At the
and say
light,
great things about
take
him.
a
And she
slight
did.
left turn onto Milford
The
Road.
fans of Ford Field booed her mercilessly from beginning to end, and kind of did drown her out.
Gave her the Gary Bettman treatment.
Yep. And the frustration, she is now the focal point of the Ford family frustration. And yet I feel less anxiety about her ownership than I have previous. When with her in charge, I feel less anxiety. But she's guilty by association in the eyes of the mob, and she got booed. And I mean, you pay the ticket, you have the right to boo, you have the right to cheer. I don't like telling fans what they can do. I did think it was a little
In 3/4 of a mile,
yeah,
turn
but
right
I
onto
give her credit
Pontiac
for
Trail.
for going up there
For
and
going up there and knowing that was going to be, you knew that was going to be resolved. I mean, anytime, but that's throwing, meat to the lions, literally, right?
Yeah.
You can't expect anything else. So I give her credit for getting up there and talking and trying to communicate her thoughts about Calvin and present him with the Hall of Fame ring. And then that's fine. She knows it, she owns it, and she goes and leaves. Do you think her mom would have gone onto the field and tried to speak? I don't think so. Do you think her dad would have tried to do that same thing? I don't think so. I think if this were the previous, if it was like under her mother's watch, I'm guessing Rod Wood would be the guy. And Rod Wood could have been the guy yesterday, but she didn't. I give her credit for doing it.
Well, I'll say this again. I don't like telling fans how to behave. They can do whatever
they
they
can do all
want.
you
I
want.
wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have booed either, but I mean, I get it. We all understand of the ineptitude of this organization, and there's an opportunity where you see management on the field that you're paying your hard-earned money to go watch. You're going to let them have it. I totally understand. I wouldn't have done it, but if people want to do it, go ahead.
97.1 the ticket.
Whether it's after a hard relaxing on the weekend, we all love kicking back and watching live sports. And it doesn't matter what sport you're watching, it's always fun to have a little action. Baseball's wrapping up, and football's here.
At the light, turn right onto Pontiac Trail.
And it's just more exciting when you're part of the game. That's why I downloaded the WinBet app. It's WYNN Bet. Whether you're a recreational player like me or a serious handicapper, WinBet is your ticket for every exciting wager. From straight bets, parlays, teasers, any exotic proposition wager you can dream up. The app is easy to use, and everyone knows Win is one of the biggest and best brands in the gaming industry. There are a lot of apps out there, so I'm going with one I trust and know, and that's WinBet. So get off the sidelines, get the app.
In 4.2 miles, turn left onto North Wixom Road.
Win with WinBet. Must be 21 or older and present in a state where play through WinBet is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Well, according to research, 82% of people remember radio ads. That means that 82% of you listening right now will remember that this is an ad for ZipRecruiter. If you're hiring, 82% of you will recall that ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster and easier. And 82% of you will note that you can try ZipRecruiter for free today. But you have to go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Yes, free. 82% of you will keep in mind that ZipRecruiter's technology finds qualified people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
Who are you talking to?
82% of you will also know that I live with my mom. But the most important thing to know is that ZipRecruiter works. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Will you be part of the 82% who remember where you can try ZipRecruiter for free? It's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Again, that exclusive link is ZipRecruiter.com/free. How much? Free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's opponents on Man versus Train. At the crossing, we have Rick, a 175-pound frustrated man who's running late for work. And on the tracks, we have Bull, a million-pound freight train that takes a mile to stop. Let's see who comes out on top.
You can't beat a train, so don't try. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, we get it. You don't want to be hearing a Progressive commercial right now, so let us tell you something you do want to hear. You are powerful. You're a warrior who bathes in your enemy's tears. Then you step out of that refreshing tear bath and into a bathrobe that somehow looks good on you. Yeah, you can pull off a robe. There. Don't you feel better? You'll also feel better when you save money for driving safely with Snapshot from Progressive. Savings you can use to buy more robes. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California, North Carolina, or from all agents.
You know your closet well, but what does it sound like? Yes, your closet. Does it whisper your taste? Does it scream your taste? The new Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store, gets to know your unique style and fit. Its selection transforms to show you only the looks and trends you love. With a store that evolves alongside your taste, your closet will scream, so you, without actually screaming. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle for women and men, your personalized store. We're so you.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Michael Furrow of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Dan Campbell joins Stoney and Jansen Tuesdays at 7:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Lions fans, isn't it great to have Calvin Johnson here at Ford Field? Calvin? It's all right.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was seeing at Ford Field yesterday. Calvin Johnson ceremony. Think they were booing Calvin? No, not so much. Fans are allowed to voice their displeasure with the situation. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a little embarrassing when it's you're there to honor Calvin. You're not, but I guess the fans would rather be there to boo an ownership.
It's a tough one. And the reason is, I just think people in our position shouldn't tell fans what to do. I feel like I've already done that by saying, I wouldn't have done it. Did it overshadow the ceremony? It was funny because Calvin got up there and then he did thank the fans. And he was proud to represent the NFL It's a business relationship that has soured at the end, which unfortunately is typical in the NFL. The guys aren't
In
happy
half a
with
mile,
their careers.
turn left onto
Maybe
North
the Lions
Wixom
did,
Road.
Maybe they didn't. I'm on the Holmes Campbell what's next bandwagon more than I am what happened, and all that does is drag up an old storyline that to me is kind of insignificant and inconsequential. Hopefully, of what's going to happen next.
I wonder if this is forced by the NFL, where they say, listen, you're getting a Hall of Fame ring, but there has to be a ceremony at Ford Field for you.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn left.
And if they force it to happen, because of course this could have happened behind the scenes, could have happened in Canton when they were all there. Because
At the light, turn left onto North Wixom Road.
You know, they could have just said, hey, here, congratulations on a Hall of Fame career, here's your ring, really appreciate it. But they wanted to take the time out to have him be honored in front of the fans, and knowing that they were going to get destroyed by the fans, and they still did it. I give Sheila credit for that, but I just wonder if this all could have been avoided in some other way.
Let's get back to your phone calls, 248-539-9797. Anthony in Sterling Heights. Hello, Anthony.
What's going on, guys? Hey, so fast forward now, it's the off-season. It's whatever conference is going on. And it's the
In 2.1 miles, turn right onto Palmetto Drive.
The Lions have proposed a rule change that we have a kind of a sound for when the play clock is down. That sound should be the sound of the Viking first down one.
Means that the play clock has expired. You know, will this get looked at? Will delay of game become reviewable out of this? Will there be a shot clock buzzer? I mean, it would feel typical. I don't know if that's going to happen. It would feel typical. Though it's not that hard of a rule to execute. It really isn't.
No, it's not. And the way they do it, the way that they explain it, how they do it, seems strange, right?
Well, the back judge is looking at the play clock. And when the play clock hits 0, he looks down at the football. And if the football hasn't moved, it's delay of game.
Right, but where's the back judge?
He's way back there.
I mean, way back there, right?
It's his responsibility. This isn't something that seems particularly tricky. Like, this isn't a challenge. This isn't subject to interpretation. I don't want to spend too much time on it because there's plenty of Lions culpability. We can't do anything about that. It's just kind of funny. I mean, funny might not be the word. It's just kind of ironic that another officiating mistake cost the Lions, like the Golden Tate. The Alzheimer's, the Golden Tate runoff. The Lions did nothing wrong there. The Lions were victims of a ref execution error. They called on a touchdown. Ruled it was short, but because they had to review it, because it was a touchdown play, they had to review it. When they reviewed it on a running clock, the runoff meant the game was over. The Lions,
In 1 mile, turn right onto Palmetto Drive.
And they literally did nothing. Like, they did nothing. 248-539-9797. Who's next here? We got Stan in Madison Heights, who's been patient. Hi, Stan.
Hi, guys. Yeah, you guys have been talking again. I will, maybe not so bold of an ass prediction, that I think, again, one of our local teams is going to be involved in a rule review about a clock. And it makes sense that the Lions, I think that was so egregious. And the slice of the pie thing is a good way to look at it, but I think, but like you said, Doug, everything else, I mean, is subjective. And the only thing that I would say is that the 4th and 19 play, I might have rushed more people. I don't know. Maybe not have.
Go past this light, then turn right onto Palmetto Drive.
For 25 yards, it's still not close enough for a field goal.
And the clock runs that entire time.
Yeah, and I think I think they should possibly, in situations like that with 2 minutes left in the game, and with these games, so many of them are so close that the last 2 minutes of the game, I think they maybe should be able to review. A coach should be able to challenge a time clock.
Turn right, then turn left onto Palmetto.
That's just my prediction, and we'll see. But I think overall, aside from
At the stop sign, turn left onto Palmetto, then turn right onto
Oh,
Belterre.
Jesus, she sneezed all over me.
Anyway,
I got
that's
boogers.
that's my 2 cents. Thanks, guys.
So, yeah,
That was disgusting.
Turn right onto Belterre, then the destination is on your
Why would you
right.
sneeze on me?
I'm shocked that it came down to the end.
So gross.
I mean, it could be as simple as Marquise Brown dropping 2 touchdown passes on the same drive.
Blue booger.
It wasn't like he dropped 14 points worth of touchdowns. He dropped 7 points worth of touchdowns. But, I mean, to their credit, Lamar Jackson didn't just run all over them.
No, he didn't.
They kept them in the pocket.
This was a team that was averaging over 200 yards a game on the ground, and they ran it for 116 yards. The Lions did a real nice job in containing Baltimore throughout, with the exception of a couple of blown coverages. Unfortunately, one of them
The
happened
destination is on your
19.
right.
The Lions had their
3143
own mistakes, too.
Belterre.
They shot themselves in the
Arrived.
foot with false starts on 4th and 1s. They didn't